What is going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video because this is going to be a cautionary tale of when you try to live a double life or when you make promises that are not kept and the consequences of that. Now, this woman, her name is Jimenez, and she knifed up her boyfriend because he caught her, this according to reports, doing adult content for Onlyfans. Now, these women claim that the guys that they are with, if they are in relationships, know what they are doing. They are okay with it. But obviously, that's not the case. I believe she got caught cheating. And I believe he caught her cheating. And she decided to do this because when you confront a woman about her lies and BS, she's going to lash out. That's why a lot of you men got to be careful, man. When you catch a woman up in her lies, she's going to lash out in a vicious manner. And she got caught and she didn't like that. And she decided that she was going to do something about it. Now, she didn't have to, but she made the choice to do this. And now she has to deal with the repercussions of her action. This is a 22-year-old female. 22. And she knifed him up several times. And I believe he's in the hospital. But if he ends up losing his life, then she's going to end up spending her life behind bars over a decision that she made. Now let's get into, I'm going to get into the article here from Outkick. So the woman accused of stabbing her boyfriend after he caught her making adult content for OnlyFans. It writes itself, people. A Texas woman is accused of knifing her boyfriend after an early morning argument over OnlyFans. One might hear that and think that the man was caught subscribing to an OnlyFans account, but that is not the case. Officers from the San Antonio Police Department responded to a call of a stabbing at the 5002 Westover Hills Apartments just before 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning. Police said the 22-year-old Destiny Jimenez ended up stabbing her 25-year-old boyfriend during an argument after he caught her creating adult content for OnlyFans. See, ladies, this is what happens again. You're trying to live a double life, and she tried to live a double life. She wants to have her OnlyFans life, and then she wants to have her relationship. I bet you this guy said, listen, I don't want you doing OnlyFans. And then she agreed to it, I'm assuming, but was still doing it. Like, there's a way for him to know if she's still doing it. Just subscribe to her page. Don't be naive and believe these women, because these women are liars. Western women are liars. They will lie to you like it's nothing. You have to understand that. They're not going to be honest with you. Honesty is not in a Western woman's DNA. She will lie and lie and lie and lie, and you shouldn't believe it. And that's why this situation occurred, is because he caught her lying. And when you catch a woman in her lies, especially a Western woman, she's going to lash out with you. That's why lash out at you. That's why you have to be careful. These women don't want to take L's. They don't want to take L's. She thought she was going to have her OnlyFans life and then have her relationship life. And that's not how it works out here. And there's a lot of, I won't say some, but there are guys out there that don't want their girlfriend doing OnlyFans. They don't. And if they tell you they don't want that, and you keep doing it anyway, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to confront you. He's going to threaten to leave you. And that's probably what he did. She felt rejected in that moment and decided that the best course of action was to take his life, instead of her saying, you know what, if you won't accept this, then I'm leaving. But let's get into it. According to police, Jimenez pulled a kitchen knife on her boyfriend during the argument and made slashing motions towards him. She ended up cutting him on the chest and forearm in the process of waving the knife at him. Jimenez is to have to then stab him in the ribs. Her boyfriend left the apartment and called the police. He was later taken to a nearby hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Well, that's good, right? That's good. As for Jimenez, she was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, I don't know. Texas is very, they're very strict with their laws in these types of situations. So it'd be interesting to see what if she does hardly any jail time. But they need to start making examples out of this thing. Haven't we seen this before? There was an Instagram model in New York that did the same thing to her boyfriend, and she basically was, let out. She hasn't done any time that I know of, but she may not do any. And then we had the situation that happened in Florida with the Onlyfans model that took the life of her boyfriend. I've spoken about that. And right now she's sitting in jail because the police determined that it was not in self-defense, and that's why she's sitting in jail. These women don't want to take L's. These women don't want to look bad, right? They want to make it seem like they are the good ones. And when you expose them, they don't like that. And they're going to lash out. And she lashed out by picking up a knife and getting violent with him. That was her main course of action, was to get violent. These women do not know conflict resolution. Western women of today, because they're not held accountable for anything they do, they don't know what conflict resolution is. They really don't. This is a level of dedication to the content game that we don't often see. That's not to suggest that it's a content model that should be followed. You simply can't go around stabbing people when you get caught creating content. That's where the line gets drawn. Lock the boyfriend out and all of that, but leave the knives in the blocks. As crazy as it sounds, something tells me that this will increase her subscriber count. It may, because people are weird. They want to see exactly what she was doing. But again, she wanted to live a double life. And I bet you there's a bunch of these women like this. They want to lead a double life. They want to have their OnlyFans life or, adult content making life. And then they want their personal life. They don't want to be held accountable for their decisions. And in that moment, at 22, she was like, oh, you're not going to confront me. You're not going to tell me what I need to do. You can't tell these women nothing. You cannot tell these Western women anything. And then you got people who say, well, you need to fix these women. You need to date these women. You can't fix what is broken. These Western women are broken. There's nothing to fix. You can fix them. Good luck with that. But these women are who they are. Now, this is a video of what went on. Let's check it out.
Sorry, am I ruining your light here?
And that's the arrest video of the situation. Let me say this, because again, this is why I have said this. I'm indifferent to OnlyFans. I don't care, what these women do in their personal life. It's a choice that they make when they decide to do OnlyFans. Like, that's a choice. But you have to understand, there are men that they're not going to want to date you. They're not going to want to date you if you are doing OnlyFans. And a lot of these women understand this. That's why they try to keep it a secret, right? Or they'll get OnlyFans and they won't do a lot of adult things. They may do, certain things, but they don't go that far. That's because they have a boyfriend and they don't want him to be pissed off at what they're doing. That's why I don't understand why a lot of these guys go and subscribe to these women's pages. They're not really showing that much anyway, from what I've heard, right? So again, she got caught. She didn't like the fact that he confronted her. You cannot tell these women anything. You can't, because as soon as you catch them in their lies, they're gonna lash out. And the best thing you can do, sir, is just walk away. Hopefully after this situation, he breaks up with her for good, because this woman seems violent at 22 years old. And if she gets away with it this time, she'll get away with it again. So if I were you, sir, because she's not going to stop doing OnlyFans. Let's say that she gets a slap on the wrist. She doesn't hardly any time in jail, maybe a year or 2 years or some months. She's going to end up doing the same thing. You better off not dealing with her. This woman tried to end you. It don't matter if it's non-life threatening injuries. She tried to end your life, bro, because you caught her in her lies. You exposed her for what she truly is. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.